Hey there, natural beauties, and welcome back to Natural Nina TV. Today, I'm here to talk to you guys about natural hair acceptance. But before I get into that, I just want to tell you guys that are used to our weekly giveaways that we don't have one going on this week, but we will resume our normal giveaway schedule next Tuesday. So look out for that, and it's going to be a good one. Okay, now back to the reason why I'm here today is I'm here to talk about natural hair acceptance. I can't really speak for everyone, so I'm going to speak from my own experience on this particular topic. I find that it can be a bit overwhelming. You can feel a little bit excluded when all of the models and bloggers and vlogger pictures that you see, in different advertisements and stuff are of naturals with big, thick, bushy heads of hair. And as a fine, thin-haired natural, you can easily feel excluded from that. And you can also have a little bit of hair envy. You might have a bit of a hair crush, or you might feel inadequate about your own hair. That can happen with thickness, that can happen with the rate of growth, it can happen with different things. I always say that people want what they can't have. Women with thicker hair often complain because the detangling process is so long and they wish they had less hair. Women with thinner hair complain that certain styles don't work for them because they just don't have the fullness to pull it off, me being one of them. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey. When I originally cut my locks off back in 2010, my hair was about shoulder length and it was colored. I had twin boys at the time and I had a little breakage in my hair. So I felt that my best bet was just to, shave my locks off and go from scratch. I grabbed my scissors, I cut them off, and then I put a number 4 guard on my clippers, which is about a 1/4 inch, and I just shaved my hair all the way down. It didn't bother me to do so because I had worn my hair cut pretty close for several years. When I first went natural in 1999, I've had locks like 3 times. I used to do the TWA with the different colors and things like that. Then I decided to grow it out with no color, no nothing, and see what it does. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can actually feel a bit inadequate for your hair. I'll use henna for an example. When I first tried a henna gloss, everybody was ramping and raving about it, so I figured I would try it, right? Okay, so I tried it once. I really didn't. The results were like, okay. I tried it the second time. I really liked the results the second time, but I noticed a few days later, my hair was feeling a little drier than normal. My hair was feeling a little hard. Eventually, I suffered breakage all through the back of my hair because I have protein sensitive hair. You live and you learn. The point of me telling you the story about the henna is not to down anyone who uses it. I wish I could because I have plenty of gray hairs up here. I don't know if you guys could see them, but I have plenty of gray hairs up here that could definitely use some type of color coverage. But due to my previous experience with henna, I just kind of stay away. My point is, what I learned is that everything is not for everybody and everything does not work for everyone's hair. We all have our own individual heads of hair that's kind of like our fingerprint. It is us. It's in our DNA. It's, how we were made. And there's nothing you could do to really change that. And I think you have to come to a certain level as a natural to accept what it is that, God gave you. It's nothing I can do to really make my hair as big as some of the girls I see. There's nothing I could do to make it, as thick or full. So this is what I have and this is what I work with and I'm fine with that. But my point is, it took me a very long time to get here. There were times where I even felt excluded because no one was running around sharing my pictures of my thin hair. My hair wasn't growing as fast as some of the others because of my thin hair. I'm prone to single strand knots if I don't keep it stretched. I'm prone to breakage because my strands are so fine and thin in certain parts of my hair. Plus, I have different textures across my head. And I also noticed that when you search for videos and things like that, sometimes it's really hard to come across those finer, thinner textured girls that could give you some real tips on how to, maintain your fine hair, or even how to, pull a couple of tricks and make it look fuller. It is what it is. My point is, your natural hair is the way it is. It's the way it grows out of your scalp. There's no reason why you should ever feel inadequate or unaccepted within the community. Do I believe that as overall, the community, advertisers, product lines, and things like that could be a little more realistic with the models that they use. They should have, you know, at least one person in there with a thinner, finer texture to give people an example of how that product would work on that type of hair texture. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work exactly like that, but at least you can see that, okay, this product might work for my hair, and you can try it out that way. It's pretty much all trial and error. Like I said before, it is what it is. It's nothing that you could do to change it, and you have to come to a point of accepting your hair for what it is. And it took me a while to get there. I'm not here to, you know, bash anyone who feels some type of way because their hair doesn't look like, you know, some of the other natural hair bloggers or vloggers or even models that are used for advertisements. I'm not here to bash anyone who feels inadequate or anything. I'm just here to say that you're perfect the way you're made. I'm sitting here with no makeup on. I don't even have on lip gloss. My hair is a twist out, but I didn't do anything fancy to it, and I don't even have earrings on. I just think it's a level of confidence that you build in yourself to accept whatever it is about yourself, whatever flaw you have. It doesn't even have to be your hair. Like, I have a pretty huge nose, but it's okay. It's mine. It's not going anywhere. I don't plan on fixing it anytime in my life, especially now at 35. So it is what it is. And maybe, you know, my age has kind of helped me accept things the way they are a little bit more. Maybe if I was younger, I would be a little more insecure about it. And in fact, when I was younger, I was insecure about my nose, but I'm not anymore. You live, you learn, and you grow. So at the end of the day, regardless of what advertisements you see, what bloggers or vloggers here on YouTube that you check out, your hair is your hair. At the end of the day, you're perfect the way you were made. It's the bottom line. It's no need in having something weigh on your shoulders and affect your self-esteem. I'm telling you, if I really went into my story, you guys would be surprised. It went as far as I even stopped blogging because my hair just wasn't doing what everyone else's hair was doing. But you know what? I took the time. I did some research. I learned about different ingredients. I started mixing some of my own stuff here at home. And I could say right now, my hair's doing pretty good. I mean, I really can't complain. I did have it cut a while back, and I still trim it to like maintain that particular cut or whatever. But I mean, it's thinner strands, and I still have some pieces that I could trim off to make the shaft a little bit thicker. And next month, February, is my trim month. I try to do every 3 months, every 3 to 4 at the most, and maintain my hair. It is what it is, ladies. Don't feel inadequate because you're bombarded with heads of thick, curly, full, fluffy, looser texture, hair grows faster than yours, whatever the situation is. Don't feel overwhelmed by that. Accept it for what it is, but more importantly, accept yourself and accept the hair that grows out of your scalp. Anyone who has known me will tell you that I would never walk around with that much gray hanging out for folks to see at any given time. I would have been slapped some type of color or something on top of this head. But you know what? I'm over that. And for me, my journey isn't about vanity, and it isn't about compliments from other people. My journey is about me at the end of the day. Some of you appreciate what I have to say and what I do and the tips that I give. And some people, you know, they don't. And that's okay too. They are more than welcome to have their own opinion. But at the end of the day, this is my hair. It is what it is, and I'm done with trying to make it do anything that it's not going to do, because at the end of the day, it's just not going to do it. And I'm going against the grain and probably causing my hair more damage by trying to accomplish what someone else's hair can do. So the point of this video is, like I said, accept your hair for what it is. Accept yourself for what it is. Accept your personal standard of beauty, because at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says, like me or not, like my blog or not, like my channel or not. This is me, and this is what you're going to get. And I feel as though I'm beautiful the way I was made. So I hope this video kind of helps somebody out there who's going through the transition or going through their own trials and tribulations with natural hair. Be patient. Be patient and learn how to accept the things that you cannot change, because this is the way that you were made. So that's all I got today, Natural Beauties. If you want to do a video response or you want to share a part of your journey with me or your story, feel free to drop it in the comments box or do a video response. I'm definitely interested in keeping this dialogue going and really keeping the self-esteem of all of our naturals up. I don't care if your hair is kinky, coily, curly, thick, thin, whatever it is. We should all celebrate the way we were made natural. Take care, Natural Beauties, and I will see you next time.